Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I'm so excited. So this is my second video. If you're old, you already know what we have going on here, and if you're new, my name is Maxine. I'm a Cameroonian currently living in South Korea. My people in Cameroon can identify with me. So this is my traditional wear. As you know, Cameroon is a country in Central Africa. We have 10 different regions, and each of in these regions there are like different tribes. So this what I'm wearing today identifies my tribe. So I just want to put that in there for those that are tuning in for the first time and they are not from Cameroon. Guys, oh my goodness, I am so happy. Like, I'm filled with joy. I am overwhelmed. I am ecstatic. Like, what are the adjectives out there to describe how happy I am? Where my English teachers are. So guys, I am so very happy. Thank you guys for the encouragement, the support, the love, the positivity. It wasn't easy. Like I told you in my last video, just finding the courage to start YouTube wasn't that easy. But you guys made me feel so happy. So thank you guys so very much. Team Cameroon, Team South Korea, Team America, Canada, Japan, Europe, South Africa, United Arab Emirates. Oh my goodness, you guys showed up and showed out to my YouTube party. Thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate you being there and your support. I want to encourage you in returns. Like, there's this saying and in Korean, let me flex my Korean skills. I didn't take time to learn this language and not to be able to speak it. Anyways, in Korean, there is this saying that "마음만 먹으면 다 할 수 있어요," which simply means that once you make up your mind, you are able to do anything. So I just want to put it out there. I know we are going through hard times, like things are not really going as expected for a lot of people. So if you are trying to start a new business, learn a new language, start YouTube, or just learn a new trade, take a short course, whatever you're trying to do, just find that courage to start it. Like, the platform is too big for people to incorporate a lot of people. So thank you guys so very much, and I also want to encourage you just to find the time and start something, just learn something new. Thank you guys so very much once again. As you can see, I am really happy. I'm so happy because this, like, just starting in YouTube channel connected me with a lot of people, family members, friends, acquaintances, people that I haven't talked to in a long time. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. This girl is really happy, you can tell. Anyways, like, today I want to talk about traveling from South Korea during COVID-19. Like, a lot of people have made videos about traveling to Korea, but my video is very specific or unique in that I'm going to talk about traveling from South Korea during COVID-19. As you all know, this is the COVID-19 pandemic era. All of us are affected, and although some industries are more affected than others, as you know, COVID-19 is a respiratory syndrome disease. It can be transmitted from person to person. That's why it spreads like wildfire, and making the transport industry highly affected. So because of course, as you know, transportation is just a means from it's a means of taking people from one place to another. So meaning that traveling these days, it's very hectic. There are a lot of rules. It's not as easy as before, where you can just buy a plane ticket, or you go get a visa depending on where you're coming from and depending on where you're going to, and just hop on the plane and you go. But these days it's different. It's so challenging. I tell you, it's not easy. Before you travel these days, you have to make up your mind. You have to think if what you're going for is very important. If not, it's just advisable to be where you are for the moment. So anyways, my video, I'm going to talk about like I already mentioned, traveling from Korea to wherever you want to go. So this is just like the basic information. So traveling from Korea, you need two documents, two very, very important documents. One is the re-entry permit, which was introduced sometime last year, I think in 2020. I cannot remember the month, but it was introduced by the Korean government. So it's just a simple document that gives access to foreign nationals to come back to Korea once they leave, maybe for a short period of time or a long period of time, depending on your reason. So this document can be, you can apply, there are three ways you can apply for this document. It can either be online through the High Korean website, or you can visit your nearest immigration office, which is not really advisable because, as you know, presently in Seoul, we are at level 4 of social distancing rules. So people are not really advised to go to offices for face-to-face contact. So you are highly advised to apply for this document online. And the other thing is, you can also apply for this document at the airport, but at the airport it's kind of if your situation is an emergency. So this document, the processing time takes like 4 days from when you apply for it, and it's valid for 1 year. It's a single entry document, meaning that you can only use it once. So if you want to travel out of Korea like 3 or 4 times, you have to apply for it as many times as you want to leave. So it's valid for 1 year. Yeah, but it's also tricky because if your the validity of your resident card is not up to 1 year, so it will be valid for as long as your resident card is valid. Given that it's your resident card, it's not valid for up to 1 year. I hope that made sense. I don't really want to complicate the explanation of it. Anyways, what you need to apply for this document is you have to download it from the High Korean website, like I said. So you have the document itself, and you have another, the consent to your health, medical health record. So of course, you know, it's very important to know whether you have COVID or not. Anyways, once you download this document, you have to fill it, and you have to give a very good reason why you want to leave Korea. If your reason is not valid enough, I'm so sorry, because this document will be rejected, your application will be rejected. So you can put family visit, like marriage or sickness or whatever. Like, you can just put a reason. And I just found out that depending on where you are going to, also you can easily be your application can be accepted or denied. Because if you want to travel to a country that is considered high risk with the COVID-19 infection rate, then definitely you will not be granted this application. Anyways, for the emergency re-entry permit, it can be obtained at the airport on your day of travel. Like, from what I heard, you can just go like 1 hour or 2 hours before and apply for this document. So but this document, if you want to apply at the airport, then your situation really has to be an emergency, like either death in the family or maybe sickness, something like that. Yeah, so you really have to have a solid reason before you apply for it on the same day. So with that said, that's just the re-entry permit. So it's not really necessary when you're leaving Korea, because uh, it's not really asked at the level of the airport, but when you are coming in, that's when the document is asked. And it's rather unfortunate, like I mentioned before, if you don't have this document, you cannot come back to Korea. The second document is the COVID-19 test, like a negative COVID-19 test. So as you know, most airlines, they need this test results before you can board the plane. So you just have to schedule your flight and go for the test like 3 days before your flight. So there are so many hospitals here in Korea and in Seoul in specific that you can get this test done and have your results within 5 hours, 8 hours, 12
So,
hours, or
anyways,
24
my
hours. It
video,
just
I'm going
depends
to
on the
talk
testing
about,
center.
like
Then
I
you
already
print out the
mentioned, traveling
certificate. You have to
from
print out the
Korea to
certificate. They don't
wherever
need
you want to
to
go. So,
see,
this is
they
just
don't
like the
need to
basic information.
see the
So,
soft copy. They need the hard copy. So it has to be printed out. Once you do this, you can then head to the airport. Of course, after booking your flight, you can head to the airport, and I think from there the process is easy. It's just like before. Now you can board your plane, and voila, you can go wherever you want to go. And let me just add something, because like depending on where you're going to now, the rules might change. But that's the first part of this video is all you need to know when traveling out of Korea. So it's general for everyone. Now there are specific situations depending on your country, the country you're going to. Maybe like in Ethiopia, I think the your test has to be valid within 120 hours. But like in Cameroon, for example, it's 72 hours or 3 days, which is similarly, it's the same thing. Yeah, so you have to do your research, find out about what about the country you're going to and all its own requirements. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. I am so happy. I am excited. Please, I saw a lot of views in my previous videos, so I want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share. And also what I noticed is that most of the people watching my videos were around my age group, meaning that you guys are already established in life or you already have something good going on. It therefore leads me to my second point, which means you have to share my video with your younger ones, with people back home that are like interested, that may be interested in my content. Like I mentioned before, I make videos about different scholarship opportunities, the tips on how to apply for these scholarships. I make videos about my lifestyle in Korea, how the things you need to know before coming to Korea, how Korean people embrace foreign cultures, and also just cooking different tips and how to build your confidence when trying out a new recipe. So those are the things I mostly talk about on my channel, but my cooking videos will be sometime later because I'm still trying to work on my kitchen or my cooking space. So anyways, like sharing is caring, so I encourage you guys to share my videos, and let's see how this goes. I am so excited for the growth, and I want to thank you guys once again, and do have a nice day. See you in my next video. Bye.